morning, KC Rotary. How we doing? Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Kim Dane has our invitation today.
Good morning, everyone. Could you please bow your heads? Gracious God, as we gather together as Rotarians with our family and friends, we acknowledge that wherever we go, we are always in your presence. We pray that our actions may reflect this awareness as we seek you and as we count our many blessings. In the weeks, in the months ahead, clothe our lives with charity, deepen our lives with loyalty, and hallow our lives with integrity. Help us to live our lives so that we may enhance the future of those lives we touch. Christmas is one of the most blessed times of the year. The world slows its pace, families come together in a warm embrace, and the spirit of giving is in the crisp, cool air. It's so different from the hectic pace the world usually gallops the rest of the year. We know Jesus is the reason, not only for the season, but for all the blessings we've experienced. We pray that you would bless each one here with a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Amen.
Amen. Please stand for the pledge.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Of the four-way test of the things we think, say, and do.
Is it the truth? Is it fair to all concerned? Will it build goodwill and better friendships? Will it be beneficial to all concerned?
Thank you.
Very much. Have a seat. Frank, have you got everybody's name memorized as a guest today? Okay, great. How many guests do we have? How many members?
57 guests, 57 members.
That's great. I'd like for just one person at each table to stand and introduce, or one person from each family at least, to stand and introduce people at their table a little quickly so we can get all the fun parts of the program. So I will start in the back corner. Right there, anybody want to introduce a guest?
My son Cole. Amy Murphy from Summit.
Kelly, your table?
Yes, my lovely wife Kelly, my daughter Maggie, who's a junior at State, and my daughter Haley, who just graduated from UNCG.
My daughter Noah.
My bride Marianne and two of my three grandchildren, Ashley and Dalton.
Chip?
Good morning. At our table we have Ms. Rosa and Ms. Victoria Stanson. Almost forgot. Thank you very much for coming out this morning, ladies.
Let's see.
I got it.
No more.
I've got my daughter-in-law Rosa and my grandson Jacob, my bride Judy, and Miss Katie in the band today.
And I'm Frank's guest, but he's not here to introduce me. I'm Claudia Kennedy.
I'm Erica Parker. I'm a guest of Yankton City Rotary always. And I'm a member at Summit. I have my husband Bo and my daughter Olivia with me.
Alright, so I've got my grandson Franklin with me, and he's looking forward to next year bringing his baby sister, baby brother, right?
My husband Don Melvin and my two girls, Eva and Laura.
We don't have any children, so I brought my wife, Louisa.
This is my son Mylan.
My daughter Emma and Clemson, John, friend Ashley Raker. She's been visiting the club and her boys in Riverly.
Phoenix. I brought my wife, Becky.
Good morning. My wife. Lisa and Audrey and my daughter Rick.
Thank you, Rick. Yeah, I'm Rick. This is my wife, Patty, and my son, Jeff.
Hey, I've got my oldest boy, Troy, with us today.
This is my wife, Star.
I have my wife, Kathy, with us today.
Matthew.
Morning, everybody. I'm all in the corner. I want to make sure you can hear me, which is never a problem. I've got Charlotte, Sadie, my wife, Marley with me today, and Judy wanted me to introduce Judy and Jimmy Brumley and the other Sadie in the room. And I'll let Mr. Plummer introduce Little.
This is Piper, 4 months old.
This is my daughter, Mary Catherine, rushing from Dublin. She's a lifer. She's been to every one of these Santa breakfasts.
I'm Guy, the guest, and this is my wife Carrie, my son Guy, my daughter Olivia, and my daughter Evelyn.
All right, this is Curran from. Oh, sorry.
Wife, Nikki. There you go. Go ahead.
Sorry, you were saying.
Yeah. No.
All right, this is Curran from Lionheart Academy.
I have autism.
This is my lovely wife, Stephanie. Gavin, Northwest High School. Cameron, 8th grader at Summerfield Charter. Evan, Northwest High School, sophomore. And Kaylee Justice, senior, Northwest High School. And this is Doug Hale. Small world, he's actually working with Stephanie, but he's a guest of Richard Needham today and relocating in from Jacksonville, Florida. All right.
Got the top down this morning, Chris.
Is that every table? You get everybody?
What about that
Great,
table?
we got our head table there.
Chip Vale and my wife Laura, definitely my better half.
You got that
Good morning, Brian Kaiser. I got my son David here.
All right.
Yeah, I've got both my better halves here. My bride, Lori, and my right hand at the office, Stephanie, has joined us today. And she is a singer. So,
All right.
So looking forward to
We need one in every crowd, right?
That's right, need one in every crowd. How many more kids are you guys going to have, Chris?
We'll see.
Our guest of honor.
Yes, and we also, I'd like to introduce our guest of honor. We have 2 Marines here to collect our Toys for Tots. Thanks, guys, so much for the... Hoorah! I have not been to every Santa breakfast, but I've been to the last 20, I don't know how many. How many have there been?
Somewhere in the neighborhood of 20.
Yeah.
She's 22. I don't know that she was here when she was.
Maybe that I have been for all of them. I don't know. Did we do it at the very beginning?
Probably have.
Yeah, probably so. I don't think we did them right first, but at any rate, as a former famous Rotarian said not long ago, it's not really Christmas until we butchered it 12 days. Mary, that was you. So I'm really looking forward to kicking off the season. And Thanksgiving came so late, it seems like Christmas has really snuck up on us and come early. But this is the time that I was always so excited to bring my kids to, because they came away just glowing and they were just ready to go in the Christmas spirit and hot to go. So, do we have any important announcements from the floor?
Microphone.
Can you hear me?
You back here.
Okay. It's okay. I'm going to start over. We're going to start back here introducing. Please come to the microphone. At any rate, Judge Hassel, are the pipes warmed up?
get there.
Okie doke. Well, I'd like to start relatively early because we're going to have a rather rousing round of carols this year. Last year, how can I put it? It wasn't top-notch singing. It wasn't as enthusiastic as in the past. And I was a little disappointed. So this year, we're going to keep singing over and over and over until we get it right. Or it's loud enough to wake up the guests on the 8th floor, okay? One way or another, we're going to sing today, by golly. Frank, you locked the doors, right? Nobody's getting out? Also, this is a little different group of Gate City pickers this year. We're missing James Edwards. And anybody that's connected to him, please feel free to contact him. Give him the guilt trip, whatever. I'd love to see him once a year at least, to come down here and lead the pickers again, because we're not the same with that. So this band has not practiced together yet. This is, yeah, we had 3 at the rehearsal, I think, on Monday. And so this is going to be kind of like a jam session with Dickie Betts and Eric Clapton and Page and Henry all together at the same time. We're going to have 5 lead guitarists and nobody playing rhythm and a fiddle. So it's I'm sure it's going to be interesting. But I'd like for the pickers to go on ahead and come forward. Dave, you can set that thing on auto. And I've got you picked. Come on up. There are song sheets on the table. And I believe we're going to start with We Wish You a Merry Christmas. Is that okay, Judge? All right. Come on up.
Good morning, everybody. All right. We're not going to let anybody say anything about us this time next year but good stuff. How much fun we had and how great the singing was from everybody. All right, we're going to go right off with We Wish You a Merry Christmas. And here come the pickers to lead us in.
We wish you a Merry Christmas, we wish you a Merry Christmas, we wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Good tidings to you, wherever you are, good tidings for Christmas and a Happy New Year. We wish you a Merry Christmas, we wish you a Merry Christmas, we wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
Okay, that was okay for being almost awake. Let's try it again and give it a good rousing like to really wish everybody a Merry Christmas because it's less than a week away, guys. Let's do it one more time. All right, with gusto.
We wish you a Merry Christmas, we wish you a Merry Christmas, we wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Good tidings to you, wherever you are, good tidings for Christmas and a Happy New Year. We wish you a Merry Christmas, we wish you a Merry Christmas, we wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
Okay, that's much better. All right. Well, hello, everybody. All right, let's hear it for our new edition of the Gate City Pickers. All right. All right, let's do some, what's next there, Kelly? Deck them homes? All right, let's do it. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Deck
the halls with boughs of holly, fa la 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 la.
Go back here, help me with the microphone. Yeah. Go back here. Oh, yeah. Santa Claus is coming to town. Oh, gotta watch out. Okay. You better watch out. You better not cry. You better not pout. I'm telling you why. Santa Claus is coming to town. He's making a list, checking it twice. You gotta find out. Santa Claus is coming to town. He sees you when you're sleeping. He knows when you're awake. He knows if you've been bad or good, so good for goodness sake. Oh, you better watch out. You better not cry. You better not pout. I'm telling you why. Santa Claus is coming to town. Hey, Santa!
I heard you singing about me and I had to come. Would you like a candy? Merry Christmas, everybody! Merry Christmas! Oh, hello, Rob, Mary, Catherine. Oh, you were just a little girl. Candy canes falling out of my pocket. Girl, would you like a candy?
Let's welcome Santa with one more as he's making the rounds here as he gets up. Right?
Not been that good.
Here we go.
I heard y'all singing and I decided to come. Is everybody ready for Christmas? Yeah. Everybody say, ho, ho, ho! Ho, ho, ho! All right. So we're singing songs.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Some more? Did you bring your guitar? No, I didn't bring my guitar. Terrible. It seems like we've got that covered here. So what should we sing, Judge Hassel?
How about we got Jingle Bells or Rudolph? You choose between the two of them.
What do y'all want to do? I love Rudolph. I love singing about Rudolph.
Let's do it.
All right.
Rudolph.
You know Dasher and Dancer and Prancer and Vixen, Comet and Cupid and Donner and Blitzen. But do you recall the most famous reindeer of all? Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer had a very shiny nose, and if you ever saw it, you would even say it glows. All of the other reindeer used to have to call him names. They never let poor Rudolph join in any reindeer games. Then one foggy Christmas Eve, Santa came to say, ho, 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 Rudolph, with your nose so bright, won't you guide my sleigh tonight? Then how the reindeer loved him as he shouted out with glee, Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer, you're gonna be his story.
Jingle bells. I love jingle bells. I love everything about Christmas. Christmas is wonderful.
One, two, ready, go.
Dashing through the snow in one horse open sleigh, o'er the fields we go, laughing all the way. Ha, ha, ha. open sleigh.
One more verse? Let's do
One
another
more verse. Mary.
Santa's full of candy canes today. I take a ride, and soon Miss Betty Bride was seated by my side. The horse was lean and lame, misfortune seemed his bond. We ran into a drifted bank, and there we got upside. Whoa! Jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in one horse open sleigh. Hey! Jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one horse open sleigh.
Merry Christmas, everybody.
Let's give her a hand, folks.
Must be Santa. I love songs about Santa Claus. Don't you all love songs about Santa Claus? They're wonderful.
1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4.
Who's got a beard that's long and white? Santa's got a beard that's long and white. Who comes around on a special night? Santa comes around on a special night. Special night, beard that's white. Must be Santa, must be Santa, must be Santa, Santa Claus. Who wears boots and suit of red? Santa wears boots and suit of red. Who wears a long cap on his head? Santa wears a long cap on his head. Cap on head, suit that's red. Special night, beard that's white. Must be Santa, must be Santa, must be Santa, Santa Claus. Who's got a big red cherry nose? Santa's got a big red cherry nose. Who laughs this way? Ho, ho, ho! Santa laughs this way. Ho, ho, ho! Ho, ho, ho! Cherry nose, cap on head, suit that's red. Special night, beard that's white. Must be Santa, must be Santa, must be Santa, Santa Claus.
Who very soon will come our way.
And very soon will come our way. 8 little reindeer pulled his sleigh. 10 little reindeer pulled his sleigh. Reindeer sleigh, come our way. Ho, ho, ho! Cherry nose, cap on head, suit that's red. Special night, beard that's white. Must be Santa, must be Santa, must be Santa, Santa Claus.
One more time.
Must be Santa, must be Santa, must be Santa, Santa Claus.
Hey,
Santa, looks like you got some new boots there.
I do have some new boots. Thank you for noticing.
You know,
Elves working really hard on these boots.
one of your elves was ringing a bell with me yesterday.
Oh, yes, he's very good. Buster, yes. He is a very good this year.
Like, he must be a lot better than years in past.
Yes.
He finally made the nice list.
He's a work in progress. Yes, he
No, we'll see.
We'll see.
Okay, great. There's at least one more song we've got to do.
I see at least 12 tables in this room.
Yeah.
What are we going to do with those 12
maybe
tables?
we could mix it up and like each table could do one particular line of the song.
I like that. I like that. You should see on your table a number. So whatever your number is, that is the day of Christmas.
What are we going to do?
I know for Dan got that. So where's number 2? All right. Where are the 3 French hens?
What's the turtle dove do?
4 turtle doves.
All right, and this is your first iteration of our version of 12 Days of
Where's
Christmas.
5?
Santa's going to work with you
5 golden
as you
rings.
each work with your tables.
Are y'all
What
5
you have to
golden
do
rings?
when the time comes.
Who's got 5?
All right, we're doing this.
Hey, we're 2 as well.
5 is
2. They want a flat because they're 2 as well.
And everybody sings it.
All right, and of course, as you sing, you don't just sing. You have to get up and communicate and act out on what day of Christmas the present you are representing that has been brought.
Hey, Derek, can I have a hat back? That's beautiful, glorious, most wonderful hat.
Talk us briefly about that, Tony.
Hey, that's it.
All right, we're ready.
Christmas, my true love came to me, a partridge in a pear tree. On the second day of Christmas, my true love gave to me 2 turtle doves and a partridge in a pear tree. On the third day of Christmas, my true love gave to me 3 French hens, 2 turtle doves, and a partridge in a pear tree. 4. On the 4th day of Christmas, my true love gave to me 4 hummingbirds, 3 French hens, 2 turtle doves, and a partridge in a pear tree. 5. On the 5th day of Christmas, my true love gave to me 2 turtle doves, and a partridge in a pear tree. 6. On the 6th day of Christmas, my true love gave to me 6 geese a-laying, 5 golden rings, 4 hummingbirds, 3 French hens, 2 turtle doves, and a partridge in a pear tree. On the 7th day of Christmas, my true love gave to me 7 swans a-swimming, 6 geese
Am I standing up in front of the camera?
5 golden rings, 4 hummingbirds, 3 French hens, 2 turtle doves, and a partridge in a pear tree. On the 8th day of Christmas, my true love gave to me 8 days of milking, 7 swans a-swimming, 6 geese a-laying, 5 golden rings, 4 hummingbirds, 3 French hens, 2 turtle doves, and a partridge in a pear tree. fires piping, 10 lords are leaping, 9 ladies dancing, 8 maids are building, 7 swans are swimming, 6 geese are laying, 5 golden rings, 4 hummingbirds, 3 French hens, 2 turtle doves, and a partridge in a pear tree.
That just puts me in the Christmas spirit. Good job, Tony. I need some Christmas cookies. Ho, ho, ho. Woo!
Got time left for Holly Jolly Christmas.
One more.
I love it.
Holly Jolly. All right. A 1, 2. A 1, 2, 3. Have a
Holly Jolly Christmas. It's the best time of the year. I don't know if there'll be snow, but have a couple of cheer. Have a holly jolly Christmas, and when you walk down the street, say hello to friends you know and everyone you meet. Whoa, ho, the mistletoe on where you can see. Somebody waits for you, Mr. One's for me. Have a holly jolly Christmas, and in case you didn't hear, oh by golly, have a holly jolly Christmas this year.
Thank you, Santa.
Well, I was hoping we could do something. We do something at the North Pole, and I don't think y'all really do that around here, but we have this thing that we call ho-ho dollars. So if you have something you want to share, and you, for everybody to know to bring Christmas cheer, and you have $1, we want to hear from you. Does anybody have any ho-ho dollars today? Chris, oh, you've been very good. You know all about those hens of lay.
All right, I got 2 ho-ho dollars. The first one is for Kim Dane. We're in the market for a new copier, and I wanted to actually test one out. And she has a bunch of them over at Tanger, so she opened up the doors to let us go check that out. So I appreciate that. And then the other happy dollar, we have, I know she won't say it for herself, so I'm going to say it for her. We have a guest today, former Gate City Rotarian Erica Parker, who is the president nominee of the Summit Club.
Very nice. Bobby C. Kim, go ahead.
I'll donate a lot of happy
Whoa,
dollars.
20 happy dollars.
I want to wish you all a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. I get to travel to Michigan to see our son. My husband left on the road today at 6 a.m. I am flying. That's what happens. He's retired and I'm still working. But I wish you all a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. And I really had a great time ringing the bell for the Salvation Army. It truly is a blessing that we do that. And I want to thank all the club that did it. And I appreciate Chip came early and had lots of bells for us to ring. It caused quite a ruckus. It was fun.
When you're flying up to Michigan, be sure to look for me.
They're not here with me this morning, but our 2 children finished their degrees last week. We have a son graduated college, and our daughter got her doctorate of physical therapy.
Well, usually I report on Rose and Victoria, but they're here.
I want to thank our Marines and all the members of the armed services. We might not have a day like this if it wasn't for them. I hope you'll think of them this Christmas. A lot of them are overseas and can't return home, and it's not just the military, it's a lot of other people serving our country. Thank you guys very much.
I cannot follow in Kim's footsteps of $20 because we're just going to give one. because the college applications and the acceptance letters have been rolling in the last few weeks, and we are so thankful and excited for Gavin and Kaylee.
All right. Is there a Tar Heel in your team?
So my parents came to visit. They just moved out to Colorado this Christmas, so it'll be the first Christmas in like 20 years that I won't see them over the holidays. But my father gifted me his old Lionel set. So we were having fun setting that up while they were out visiting just about a week ago, and actually got it running. It's not been actually running in about probably 10 years or so. So it's sort of passed on to the new generation of kids who are excited about trains.
As you know, I love trains. I love trains.
Santa, we have some great news, and youngest Catherine is heading off to Scotland for grad school this fall, and in Scotland you have to be on your own cell plan. So.
That's not true.
You can still pay for it.
All right, so just to keep the spirit of all this fun going, I just want to give a happy dollar and tell everyone that Jeff Tillman and I will be ringing the bell from 6 to 8 tonight. Jeff brings his guitar, but we're going to need some voices. So finish your shopping.
All right. You like? Oh, over here. Oh, Charlotte and Sage. Two of them. You want to say something? Say something. Oh!
Hey, that's wonderful. If my happy dollars for Dennis Marcotte let me wear his gloves yesterday. They fit, so I couldn't quit.
I picked that up. Sort of a dark reference there.
Evelyn, you got a dollar?
Over here, Mr. Allen.
You know, Tony and I came with our special Christmas gray sweaters. And I thought we were looking good until I saw Justin's Grateful Dead themed Christmas
Anybody else? That's all today. All right, we want to. What's next, Fred?
Merry Christmas, Santa. Oh, dollars.
That's right.
Sorry, I missed that.
Pick it away from Silent Night. This will be a new number for us. So,
Like 10 minutes, 5 minutes ago.
any children that would like to come up and make any last-minute requisitions from Santa, that's fine.
Yeah.
Otherwise,
I'll be here as long as you want me to.
yeah. I wanted a few minutes at the end for our members to just, if there's somebody that you want to say hello to or Merry Christmas to, it's become apparent to me in the last year that we don't have people around forever. And if there's somebody in the club that you need to tell them you love them or make amends or anything like that, now's a great time. This has been a club that's always very social, and it's always good to be here amongst friends. I want you guys to know that I appreciate each and every one of you, and I love you, and I'm just really proud to be a part of this club.
We love you all.
So, any kids that want to come up, sit on Santa's knee, he's good to go, and otherwise, we're all set. So, anyway, have a wonderful Christmas, Merry Christmas, and we'll see you in the New Year. No meeting next Thursday on the 2nd, you know, so you can show up, but you'll be lonely.
Or the 26th.
Yeah, what about the 26th? Are we going to meet then the day
No.
after?
Yeah, we're meeting at Chip's house. Because he's going to have plenty of coal.
January 9th.
That's right.
I'm expecting the new load of coal next Wednesday, actually.
You guys want to go ahead and kick off Silent Night?
Helper. Judge, you going to say something? Or you're not even. Slowly. Silent night.
Claudia's making up horrible words.
They're optional here.
Merry Christmas, everybody!
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Go LSU.
Good to see you.
Nice, good work. Take after your mom, right?
All right, girls, we'll get down there. Just be patient, okay?